the star map mode.
First time I've even considered looking at this. So how many other planet? Oh, there's only one other planet in our system, and I would like to have a look at it. It's a rocky salt lake. I think that might mean. No, I'd be wrong. I was hoping that there would be some fire ice on that planet, which would have been very, very useful, but doesn't look to be the case. It will have some silicon and it will have some titanium, though, and those are the materials that we are going to go and collect as soon as we possibly can. For now, though, let's think about our planet and what. Oh, why am I not moving? There we go. Let's just be doubly sure that how backed up that is already. To this splitter system, I must admit I don't really like it. It's inefficient. The reason I don't like it is because, I mean, you can see from this building here, see how that yellow marker's there? It's because it can't output anything. So it, essentially, the last building. Oh, it's the last building. Oh, that's why that's happening. I did say earlier that I wanted to put another set of storages in, and this is precisely why. This is completely backed up now. The hydrogen's being used, so it's just pumping out, but the storage for the oil over here is completely full. Let's pop that in. Get that moving. We're going to have the same issue here as well, and at the moment we don't have much in the way of stacking. So you can stack these quite high, but it's a tech to be able to do so. Right, I need to go and collect some circuits, because as you can see over here, the research isn't doing anything because circuits. They'll be over some there. Yep. That's that going. That's normal research. That's motors, so let's go and collect some motors. We're building them over here for other purposes. Oh, in fact, yeah, oh god, we've got a box full of them. This has probably stopped again as well. Not produce very many of the product. I want them to stop producing those. Okay, we've doubled our oil production. Just before we move on to the next thing, let me very quickly build some more liquid storage. Need stone brick and probably glass as well. Grab those things. I did also need steel for something not too long ago, so I'm going to grab some more of that. I'm going to ditch this hydrogen because it's a complete waste of our time. How do you drop things? I know there is a way of dropping it, I just can't remember the button. Hold control to pick up all items. Right click, but it doesn't tell me. Okay, never mind. Stone brick. 2 sets of that. Oh, you may have noticed that the inventory has grown slightly. That was from one of the texts that I researched. Okay. What am I doing? I am building liquid storage. Build 2. I want a third. Let's build one more. Just go and put those things. I wanted 3 so that I could double that one up. And then also where are you? 4. And also so that I could put in some overflow for this one. Grand. So we're actually getting a surplus of hydrogen now that we've doubled up our production. Oil is just accumulating. It's used for a fair number of things, so it will be getting used pretty quickly. But do you know what? Because we haven't got fire ice in this system, which means the only way that we can produce graphene is by producing sulfuric acid graphite. The only way to produce sulfuric acid, oil, stone, water. So because these are getting full, I think I'm going to put in some sulfuric acid production. So let's figure out how we do that. This wasn't my plan. I definitely didn't think I'd be doing this today, but the fact that that oil situation is overflowing does worry me slightly. Because if the hydrogen production stops because it can't get through that sorter, then we can't produce red cubes, and therefore we can't research. So we do need to offload it somewhere. You know. So yeah, let's get sulfuric acid going. So we need chemical facilities to produce it. Let's have a look. Chemical facility. That's oil refinery or extractor rather. Chemical plants. We need some glass. Do with a few more circuits. Stone brick we're fine for. Steel. Okay, for so circuits and glass. Let's go and collect some of that. All of those things on the screen so I can actually see what in God's name I am doing. So let's pick up that glass. That glass. While I'm here. Oh, actually, no. Well, that's fine. Got plenty of cogs on us now. We need to probably get some steel. In fact, let me just sort the inventory so I can actually see how many things we've got. So 200 iron rather, plenty of copper, plenty of stone, plenty of steel, plenty of glass, cogs. Could probably do with a few of these. So let's take half a stack, and circuits, let's take a full stack of them. In fact, while we are here, we've got our little dump storage here, so let's get rid of that hydrogen because I can't figure out how to delete things. Okay for conveyors, okay for sorters. Storages were good, assemblers were great. Do with a few of mining machines, so let's just turn on. Plenty of power plants for when we expand again. Got plenty of power poles. Okay, chemical plants. Let's do 6 of them. We're also going to need water pumps. Where are they? There they are. I think probably 3 will do it, and then we'll need stone as well. And conveniently, there is actually a stone node. Is that it? Stone is right there, so we can bring that in relatively easily. But yeah, we'll put the actual. Oh, we've got fill there. I don't want to go over that. And we're slowly boxing off this iron as well, which is a bit of a pain. How are we going to put it? You know what? I think this might be the place. We've got those water pumps, so I'm just going to put those in now, and they're going to go in over here. Along with then we'll put in some water storage so that that can just start to accumulate while we're planning everything else out. That will go there. That hooked up to the power. Whilst we've just put in a power pole here, let's make sure that it also powers stone miner, which we will be needing. And then we need to fill in this lake here. So let's have a look at doing that. It's a fairly nice big chunk of land that we've just made for ourselves. So what we're going to be doing is we will be bringing in this oil. Oh, actually, do you know, this one is more full, which is why I want to use this one first. But that's going to kind of make a nasty spaghetti thing when this one goes somewhere else for another kind of production. I suppose I can just change it over at the time. Yeah, at the moment I need to offload this lot. So let's do that. Not going to bring it all the way in. I'm just going to get it so that it's coming where it's going to be needed. So yeah, literally just there for now. Okay, let's again have a look at what sulfuric acid requires. It just needs pure stone, so I don't need to do anything with it. But you know what? I might actually just put in a second one because I'm not quite sure if it will be supplying enough with only one miner. Do that, and then we'll hook those up. And we also also need the water. So let's say that there. Goes there. Oil. Come in on the other side. Actually, no, hold on. No, we can get it 3 o'clock. Get some T2 sorters though. You might know, not understand what I'm wittering on about. Let me see if I can find an example. Okay, there we go. So you can see that this sorter here is spanning a much greater distance, which means it's much slower to do its job. Whereas this one, it's picking up and dropping off within one space, and it's going boom, 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 boom. So imagine that when it's going across 3 spaces, which is what we're going to be doing here. Well, that's why sorter Mark 2s are really useful. It means the one that's furthest away will start really kind of speeding in.
Perhaps you can get some by collecting gravel. If you need a massive titanium collection, you need to find a planet rich with titanium veins as soon as possible.
Whole curvature problem is a real pain in the ass sometimes, because I imagine hooking this place up is going to be an absolute nightmare. That works. That works. Okay. The rest should be fairly straightforward, just because it was on a weird angle. I was worried there. Hey. We've got 6 sulfuric acid plants up and running. Well, almost. Just a few finishing touches. So yeah, the sulfuric acid is going to be to produce graphene. Let's get that copied all the chemical facilities. And we'll need an output as well. So let me think. So actually no, that works out well. We've got coal here, which will be producing the graphene that we need. And probably even, it looks as though this one and this one is keeping the line saturated here. What we can probably do is divert these two off to another kind of graphene factory, and these two will supply this graphene factory. that works for me. Okay, let's get that on the move. So this side will be output. So let's get that line going in. That will do storage here. All it requires is some output sorters and then power, and we've got our sulfuric acid. We will then combine with carbon, graphite rather, and that will right. I think that's up and running. Let's see. The line, or are the lines remaining saturated? They are very slow. So the water doesn't need a lot of, so that's filled up quite quickly. It needs quite a lot of stone and quite a lot of oil though, and in fact it's because the oil is on that far line. You know what? Let's fix that right now. We can do that by making some sort of Mark III. Make a bunch of those. Now to upgrade things without having to delete them, which you used to have to do, you just press U and then you can see it's got like this little green up arrow. So that one's now upgraded to a sorter Mark II. Do that for all of the oil line. Loading far too slowly, which is slowing down production. The others, not too bad. It is still fairly slow though, to be fair. We can actually make sorter Mark IIIs, I just don't think I have the, yeah, no. This is the, yeah, this is the material that I want to create before we start traveling to other planets. It's used for sorter Mark IIIs and also for conveyor belt Mark IIs. So, oh, it's 9:30. Oh, we've been going almost 3 hours. I kind of wanted to get that done this evening. I'm going to at least make a start on it. It does mean that we are once again going and finding a completely new place to go and get some iron and copper. So we need brand new copper and iron nodes. Let's have a look around. I mean, ideally, I'd kind of like it close to this original base. I know that there was some iron over this way. Yeah, there's some iron there. Oh, and there's some copper. I think that might work, actually. Let's see, how many of each mine do we need? We need 2 iron. No, we need 5 iron and just 1 copper. I can do that. Yeah, I can do that from here. Okay, that's all of the tech done. So it's just going to be accumulating. I don't really want that. I'm going to go and see what I can do. Yeah, let's do universe exploration, do mechanical frame. I'm just going to try and do what I can from mech upgrades. One more drone, mass construction 2, or why not? Do vertical construction as well. Sort of So yeah, we can't do that because we don't have yellow cubes, and it's a while until we do. Sure, yeah, let's make the veins better. They'll produce more over their lifetime. Definitely a good one to go with. Thrusters, yeah, we definitely worry about that for a while. I would like to do this one. I know that the yellow crystals are quite important. Deuterium, it's a very useful material. I just don't see me doing it anytime soon. Titanium, yeah, that's a must. We'll be using that soon. Batteries, yes, let's absolutely get those on go. Useful. Okay, more stuff for it to do. Okay, we need 1 copper, 5 iron. Let's think about this. So, 2 iron to be going for. Put 1 here. Trying on. Side. Okay. Just need. In which case, let's feed it out that way. Water in the way. Uh, Space. Do it. Bye. 1, 2. That. That will sway. Look up all sorters. Power in the vicinity. Oh. They will be producing copper ingots. Copy that across. Then we are going to need a ton of ring production. So I think we're gonna have to try and level off some of this water first. Get that done. About there. This one up. Nope, not quite. Okay, it's just being awkward. Just do it like that. Okay, and then we need 6 of those either side. So 5 F1, we've not quite got enough, so we'll have to go and pick up more in a second. Let's just put down what we can. Right. Here. There. Here. No. Really. Let's put that in for a second. Oh, oh yes, it actually perfectly. It needs to be on the side of it, so yeah, as long as it starts there. Have one.
You have unlocked
Two.
the vertical construction technology.
3.
When building facilities such
4.
as Matrix Lab, storage, and storage tank, you can try to build them vertically to make more efficiency use of space.
Destroyed, and we'll bring up one and across, down, across, and then output is going to have this side. Cool. Right, let's get all that sorted. So all of these are gonna be rings. Copy that across. There's going to be one more there as well. Okay, so let's hook all of these up. Oh. Erroneous. Let's do the outputs. And power it all up. It's all up and going. So let's get these producing bills and the and output. That. Oh, there's no inputs. That goes in, that goes out. And out, you shake it all about. Those as well. Okay, part 1 done. Coils sorted. Next thing in ingots. So we need 3 iron mines, which we've already produced, and we need a lot more smelters. Is that what they're called? Yeah. So let's go and collect some of our already produced smelters from the bus, and also stock up on any else we might need. Power poles, yes, definitely. Another 50 of those. Oh yeah, we definitely need 2 stacks of conveyors. We don't really assemblers. We're not using a ton of them. Definitely take some more sorters. Take full 2 stacks. Them. Prisms. Need prisms so that those. I always forget what they're called. Plasma or something. Yeah, we need more prisms so that the plasma carries on using. That. And exploring. It's fine. Right. Drop prisms in there. Okay, back to this new project over here. Okay, we've got our 3 iron mines, so let's get those kind of hooked up the way that we want them. Want 6 side. These will all be producing ingots, so let's copy that to all of this. We'll want all of them hooked up with sorters. Okay, and we'll want all of those accumulating. Slightly misplaced. Let's try that again. That would be better. So here. Okay. We have our iron ingots, we have our coils. They now need to merge into a production. So either side of the so let's just chop that back a little bit because go down a little bit further and across. That will come all the way down, and that will go. That will be the feeder line, and we'll build. It does require 8 assemblers on both sides of the line. So let's just check whether that is actually feasible. 1, 2, 4, 7. Oh, couldn't have been much better. That was pretty. Well, I'd like to say it was planned. Absolutely not. Weird spaghetti. Again, the curvature of the Earth is a real pain in the ass in this game. I don't know. I've got to put another row of assemblers on the other side of this, but look how wonky it is. I don't know if it's going to be possible. See what I can do. Well, it's like literally the ugliest thing in the world. But everything fits. Weather sorters can get across to all of the things it needs to get to. That remains. Okay. So these. Oh, in fact, which line is it that's to go all the way? Oils. So let's actually get rid of that. But we'll get rid of all of it because we need to get the coils off that line. This needs to be a separate line. Goes out here, up here, storage. Then we'll also want a line that runs on the outside. Oh, this is not pretty. Building on the poles is not a great idea. End up with all of this wonkiness, sending my OCD into overdrive, but unfortunately it's utility over aesthetics. Good. The state of that. Okay, let's do some final touches. Might just be finishing bob on for 10 o'clock. Okay. Why is this not feeding through? Oh, I didn't build the sorters. I just want to make sure that this line gets saturated before everything starts building and creating. So let's put all of this up. Let's figure out what is what. So go motors here, we copy that, and then that gets copied to here. same thing side. And in these ones, we want to put gears. We copy that here. And in these final four electromagnetic it's the complicated part. Where do all the sorters go? Let's figure this out. So, well, best way of figuring it out is what do all of them need? So, motors require everything that's surrounding. So, let's do those first. They require gears. And they require iron. How do we do that? Ah, that now makes sense. I now understand. I was watching a guy do a speed run of the game earlier. I'm kind of following his models. There's various ways in which I'm not following them at all, but he's got some good kind of tips. He doesn't really explain what he's doing because obviously he's focusing on the speed run, and then there's some things that he does where I'm just like, why have you done that? And I now understand why he's done that. So there's only 3 inputs on the side of this, and there's only 3 inputs on the side of this. But we need to do... Let me show you. So if I put iron here, and I also put iron here... So now both of those machines have got iron. But that only leaves me with... Still doesn't work. In God's name did he do it? That's how he did it. Okay, I think I get it. So what you have to do is iron into one, coils into the other, and then a sorter between the two. So what it will do is it will put iron in here, but then it will recognize, this also needs iron. So one will go to here, and then the next one will go through to the other. And then vice versa with the coils. One will go into here, and then one will go into here and get transferred over. So that's the way he did it. I was wondering why he had that kind of connection between the two assemblers before, and now it makes absolute sense to me. Took me a moment to figure it out, but yeah, makes sense. Gears, they just require iron. And then we'll do the same thing here. So iron into one, coils into the other, connection between the two. Let's try it in a different location. Connection between the two. Because of all this curvature, it's being really, really funny with me. Oh. Do you know, I think I'm going to have to change all of this so that it's going in straight line. Which is... damn it. Maybe even if I just put it like going across here, that's a really, really strong straight line. It doesn't change at any point. Oh, This is very, very, very frustrating, but bye-bye hard work. Gone, 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 gone. Okay.